Hey everybody, welcome back to part 3 of my Xbox 360 game collection video. Part 1 and 2 are linked in the description, and I'm also going to have a playlist, so if you want to just hold out until all 5 parts are up and you can watch them all in one go, you can do that. So I'll have that playlist started now, and you can go check them out. So let's get started here with the third stack, and I got a couple sports games here that I'm not going to mention anything about. NCAA 07, NBA 2K6, just got them back when I was into achievements. Now let's talk about real games. Mortal Kombat. This is one of my favorite fighting games, and I love the characters in this. I love the story mode, and that's very rare for a fighting game to actually have a story mode, and it actually is fairly decent. So I would recommend Mortal Kombat to anybody that likes fighting games. Next up here, Midnight Club Los Angeles, a racing game by Rockstar. It's okay. It's not my cup of tea though, but it's still pretty cool. Medal of Honor Airborne, one of my favorite Medal of Honor games, and it's another one of those games that kind of didn't get the attention that it should have deserved. I thought it was fairly decent. What was cool about this one was, since you are airborne, you do parachute out of planes at the beginning of each level. So like if you were to die in a level, you parachute back down onto the level and you can go wherever you want into the giant level, which is awesome because if you were trying to speed run through the game or if you're trying to beat it on like the hardest difficulty, what you do is you go and you like capture an objective or beat an objective, and then you just kill yourself with a grenade and you just parachute back down to the other objective, so you can like jump ahead really quick and not have to worry about being killed a lot. So it's really awesome, and the online was really cool in this game. I really loved it. It's just a really fun game. So if you like World War II shooters, and I know that they kind of have a lot of hate, but that's one of my favorite genres for shooters, go check this one out. It's highly recommended. Next up, Mirror's Edge. Very cool game that uses kind of like parkour style stuff, but it's got a very unique art style as well. Very bright and vibrant colors. Very cool hand-to-hand combat kind of stuff. I'd recommend not using any guns when you play through it though. Next up, Mass Effect 2. I haven't played it because I haven't finished Mass Effect 1. And on that note, I have not finished Mass Effect 1, and I plan to finish it soon. I'm actually playing through it right now, and I hope to have this done so I can start 2 and then pick up 3 when I'm done with all of them. I actually like the character I've made, and I'm having fun playing it. And I would recommend also, if you're playing this, go to the options and turn off film grain. It makes the game look so much better. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not a big fan of film grain, and it makes it look a little nicer. Next up, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I played a lot of this, but I really don't remember much about it. I remember just it being like a top-down, you pick a few Marvel characters to be in your squad, and that's about it. I do not remember much about it, though. I remember playing through like 75% of it. I remember doing a lot of playing on it and having fun playing it, but I do not remember any of it. So I can't really tell you much about it. Next up, Mafia 2. This is a game that seemed to be like a love or hate kind of thing. So a lot of people would love it for the detailedness of it, but then a lot of people would hate it for it being too linear and there not being much after the game once you complete the story. But it's a good game, so I take it for what it is. It's not trying to be a giant open world game like Grand Theft Auto. Go play this. I know a lot of people message me, actually. This is kind of weird, but I do get lots of messages about Mafia, about people saying, should I pick this up or like Grand Theft Auto? And I would say try both, but for me personally, I think I prefer Mafia over Grand Theft Auto. I'm not a big fan of like super open world games. I kind of like to do the story and have some openness to it, and like I can go there how I want to go there, but I don't have to explore like the entire city to get to it. So it's a good game. I would recommend it. And there's the regular copy as well. I have 2 of them for some reason. A couple sports here. Madden 07 for achievements, Madden 06 for achievements when I was into that. Left 4 Dead 2. Excellent co-op game. If you're looking for some co-op games to play with your friends, go Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. And let's get to Left 4 Dead 1 also as well. So Left 4 Dead 2 is basically more Left 4 Dead 1. You got different characters, different levels, but it's the same premise. You got new weapons and stuff like that. They're both excellent games. I would say actually pick them both up because they both have DLC that kind of cross between each other, so it's very interesting. And you need to play these if you love co-op. Great online games too. Left 4 Dead 2 has excellent multiplayer as well. Next up is Lost Planet. Now I'm looking forward to getting Lost Planet 2 because I really did like Lost Planet 1. It is basically a snow-based shooter, and you're taking down giant enemies, and it's very Japanesey, where you're shooting like these humongous creatures. Like, let's see if there's anything on the back here. Looks like there's a giant spider kind of thing on the back, but you can't really see. It's very cool. The monsters kind of remind me of Starship Troopers in the snow, if that makes any sense. Throw in Capcom flavor, and that's what Lost Planet is. Next up is LA Noire. This game has the best facial feature recognition basically in any game I've ever seen. So the only downside to this game, though, is it does get kind of repetitive. The cases, it's kind of the same thing over and over. I mean, you're doing different things, but it's the same kind of do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. So it's still a good game, though. Next up, Kane and Lynch 2. This one took a little different course than Kane and Lynch 1. Let me talk about Kane and Lynch 1 first. Kane and Lynch Deadman was a game that I actually played quite a bit of, in co-op at least, and I played through the story mode and had a blast playing through that too. So in co-op you play through Kane or Lynch, and you can play with your friend, and that's what I did. Or you can play online where you do bank heists, which was awesome. Like one group would be trying to rob and the other group would be trying to protect, and it was really cool game. And you're competing for money. You can kill your own bank robbing friends. So if you're robbing a bank, you can go kill your own guys to take more money. But then next round, they will know that you killed your friends last time. Or if you kill people and your other teammates see that, and they can kill you too without any repercussions because you already killed someone. So it's very fun multiplayer. I haven't really seen too many other multiplayer games like this, so I would go check it out. Kane and Lynch 2 is kind of the same thing, but they changed the camera style so it looks more like it's someone following them with like a really grainy home camera feel, and it has like blurred out images, so like if there's blood it kind of blurs it out and stuff like that. It's a little different, but it's still a really good game, and both are definitely underlooked. So next up is Cameo. I didn't play too much of it, but so I'm not going to really say anything about it actually. Next, Just Cause. I actually prefer Just Cause 2, which I believe I have in here somewhere. And I only played this for a little bit. It's a really cool open world game. I didn't do any of the missions. I just drove around and stuff like that. Had fun playing around. Nice sandbox game. Next up, Clive Barker's Jericho. Didn't play too much of it, so I'm not going to give you guys any of my opinions. I believe it's a horror game, so if it is, I'm going to be playing it because I love horror games. Let's move this pile. Next up is Infinite Undiscovery, a RPG that I have not played by Square Enix. And I'm not too big into RPGs, but I wanted to give that a try, so I picked it up. I plan on playing it pretty soon. Next up is Homefront. I actually have a couple copies of this in here because I let some other people play online with me. And if you are getting tired of like Call of Duty and Battlefield online, go get Homefront. It's really good online. You get kind of like how Modern Warfare 3 does it, where you get points towards, if you're capturing like objectives and stuff like that, you get points towards like your kill streaks. That's kind of what Battlefield does, or what Homefront does, I'm sorry. So it's a good multiplayer game. Next up, Halo Wars, the Halo RTS. I don't play too many RTSs, and Halo Wars was pretty fun. I played it online, and I had lots of fun because I didn't know what I was doing, and it's very simplistic. The people that I played with online were really nice about it, and they were actually coaching me through how to play because they wanted someone that actually knew how to play, since most RTS players on here, or since most of the players on here weren't familiar with RTS games, they wanted someone that they could play with that was actually good. So I had a lot of fun playing with that, and I didn't really go through the story mode too much. I was just playing the online, and it was a blast. Next up is Halo Reach. I really enjoyed this game. This is the Legendary Edition, I believe, that came with the statue. And this game was pretty cool. It changed the pace of Halo from what it had been previously. They mixed a lot of the gameplay styles up, and I appreciate that because it's pretty fun. So I'm sure most of you guys already have Halo Reach anyways, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Same with Halo 3. I actually have the Legendary Edition one here sealed still, and then I have the regular one here. I'm sure all you guys have Halo already. If you don't, just go get it. It's a blast. It still holds up really well. Halo 3 ODST. It's not the same style of game as Halo 3, so it's a little different. You have health. They have firefighting here, though, which is cool, but I didn't feel gripped in this. You're not Master Chief. I just didn't feel it as much as Halo 3 or Reach. So, and there's no... Well, the online in here is just Halo 3. It's not a separate online. Now we're getting to the bottom of this pile here. Guitar Hero Aerosmith. It's only got a little over 40 songs, which isn't too much, but there's some good stuff on here. I mainly got it because it was $15 brand new with the guitar bundle. And I'm a fan of Aerosmith, but at this point I wasn't really into Guitar Hero anymore. I was more of a rock band person. And Guitar Hero Van Halen, it doesn't come with the case and manual because I got the Guitar Hero 5 when it came out, I believe, and they give you this for free. I was under the assumption that they would be sending you it in a case and manual. All they sent you was this. So I love Van Halen. And there's not much Van Halen on here. Speaking of it being a Van Halen game, it's like half and half. Half Van Halen, half other bands. And let me just give you examples of what the other bands are. And there's some things I wouldn't even think Van Halen would listen to, like Weezer. I mean, I like Weezer, but I didn't know that they would listen to Weezer, or like I didn't know they would listen to Blink-182. I don't know. It's a different game. It didn't score too well. Next and last for this part is Guitar Hero 5. I bought this when it came out, mainly just to get the Van Halen for free. I thought, 2 games for like $50. It's not that big of a deal. I actually bought it the day the Beatles Rock Band came out, and I didn't even play this for a long time. I was just playing the Beatles Rock Band. But there's some fairly decent songs on here. There's a lot more than when Beatles Rock Band came out. These came out at the same time. There's a lot more songs on here, but they're not all that great of songs. So I would rather take a game that has like 45 songs that are excellent than having like 90 songs that are okay. I mean, there's still some excellent songs on here, but a lot of them are mediocre to poor. So there you guys go. That is part 3 of my Xbox 360 game collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Part 4 will be up in a couple of days, and just as a reminder, if I get to 5,000 subscribers before September, I will be giving away a brand new Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. And on my other 2 channels, I'm also going to be doing giveaways. If I get to 1,000 subscribers on my Nash Time channel before July, I'll be giving away a brand new Hauppauge HD PVR. And if I get to 1,000 subscribers before July on my Nash Tech channel, I will be giving away a brand new iPod Touch. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you come back for part 4. And thank you guys so much for watching.